Hello gamers, it's Aaron from Aztec Gaming and Tech here. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from what I normally do. It is still gaming related, but not video games. And I want to talk about Duel Masters, which is a show, anime show that I got into when I was younger, while all my friends were getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! So I want to show you Duel Masters here and how to play the game. So with that, let's roll intro. So let's talk about Duel Masters. As you can see on the table, I've already pre-primed some decks that have been shuffled. One has had cards drawn, and I'll explain what those are while I am drawing cards from the deck that hasn't had cards pre-drawn. Now, Duel Masters itself started off by Wizards of the Coast, and it was to originally bring Magic the Gathering to Japan. It started off as a manga, where in the first 6 volumes, the kids in the manga played Magic the Gathering. And by the 7th volume, they're playing their own game, known as Duel Masters. And the idea was for this to be like an introduction to Magic the Gathering for younger audience. And it was originally going to be called Magic the Gathering Duel Masters, or something along those lines, but the Magic the Gathering part was dropped, and it became its own game with similarities to Magic the Gathering and some differences. I introduced Duel Masters to my roleplay group, and one of them mentioned the similarities between Magic the Gathering, and at that time I didn't realise they were actually linked until I started researching for this video. Duel Masters then became an anime show, which I watched myself in 2004 or 2005, something like that. And I started buying the cards. This time, all my friends were into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was the only one collecting Duel Masters. Out of all the cards I have brought in that time, I've managed to make 7 full decks of 40 cards. And I have all of these spares that could probably make another couple of decks. Duel Masters was discontinued in 2006 as a card game in America and the UK, but still continues to this day in Japan. No new cards for the English speaking of us have been released since 2006, but a reboot series tried to get people back into Duel Masters in 2012, but that obviously didn't happen, as it's still a major popular game in Japan, but not many people have heard of it over here. With all that, let's get to the game. I will be getting myself into the camera, unfortunately, with this one. So, what you first do is draw 5 cards, keeping them face down. These 5 cards become your shields. So the aim of this game is to destroy your opponent's shields and then attacking the opponent. And once that is done, your opponent loses. But there's cards that can aid by either giving you more shields, giving you creatures that can block shields being attacked, and also block other monsters being attacked as well. Then you draw your hand, which is another 5 cards. And obviously, you can look at your hand, as I will here, and now see what the opponent has, as I will be playing both sides. Right. Now, the person who goes first doesn't get to draw a card. And the cards, show you one here. have numbers at the top and a number at the bottom. The number at the top indicates this card costs 1 mana to summon. The number at the bottom is if you turn this card into mana, which you have to do to be able to summon your creatures and spells. So you look at what cards you've got, and I will be like, don't want this one. I'll turn this into a mana card. I'll put mana down there. I unfortunately don't have anything apart from the card I've just used that can be summoned for 1 mana. So it moves on to the opponent's turn. You will get to draw a card and look through their hand. Right. I think I will turn that spell into mana, but still, nothing can be done. That moves on to my turn. This deck here that I'm using is my actual deck that I've actually just today had a little bit of a change about with it. I found the series on Amazon Prime and started watching that again. But I'd already got back into card games as I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel on my Steam Deck. But it's far too fast-paced and not my cup of tea. I still enjoyed it, but it's not really for me. And I do have some Duel Master video games as well. I got back into playing those, and then that prompted me to want to talk about the game, which I'm doing here today. So I've drawn my card, and I will use another spell card into mana, which now gives me enough to summon my first creature. The creature I am summoning costs 2 mana, and he has 2,000 power. He is a blocker card, and this one states he cannot attack, but he can block. When a creature is first summoned to the field, they get summoning sickness. I like to put them at a wonky angle. So they've got summoning sickness. Just as when cards are used, you tap them, just turn them to the side, which shows that they have been used. Right. See what the opponent is going to do. Let's put a spell into mana, but this card's costing too much to summon anything. At this point on my turn, my wandering brain eater is no longer suffering with summoning sickness. I draw another card. This is my current hand. And I choose another one to put down as mana. Oh, this is a tough choice. This is a very tough choice. We'll make this one mana, and with that, summon Purple Piercer, who will be suffering from summoning sickness. And I can't attack, as my only one that can do anything can't attack. Right, I think the light cards are going to get a chance to do something now, as it summons a creature. I should also go on to explain, which I didn't do at the beginning. You have several civilizations, they're called. You have light, which are the yellow ones, nature, which are green, fire, which are red, darkness, which are dark, and aqua, which are blue. Right, so Purple Piercer is now untapped. Oh, look at that, I've just drawn another one. But I'm going to use him as mana. So I can summon Shadow Moon Cursed Shade. He has a special ability. Each other darkness creature in the battle zone gets plus 2,000 power. So now Purple Piercer is a 4,000 card, and my Wandering Brain Eater is also a 4,000 powered card. My deck is made up of Dark and Fire, so it's a mixed deck. And you have to have at least one type of each of the civilizations in your mana pool to be able to summon them. So I only really need to have one fire in there to be able to summon fire, or just a one darkness in there to be able to summon the darkness. But you have to have one, at least one of each in there. What am I doing? It's not my turn. Oh no, it's still my turn because I actually have one that can attack. So, Purple Piercer is quite good against light. This creature can't be attacked by light creatures, and this creature can't be blocked by light creatures. Now, I can't attack a summoning sickness creature or an untapped creature. You can only attack tapped creatures. Though some cards, like my Gatling Sky Terror, can attack untapped creatures. And it's also a double breaker, which means it breaks 2 shields. It's quite good to get out into the game as early as you can. So, Purple Piercer will be tapped as I choose a shield to break. Once the shield is broken, it goes into the opponent's hand, and if they have a shield trigger, as this one does, it can be used straight away. So this gets summoned straight off, coming into the off a shield into the opponent's hands. When you put this creature into the battle zone, you may choose one of your opponent's creatures in the battle zone and tap it. So they'll choose my blocker to tap, but they can't do anything just yet. But it does come into the advantage because he will be tapped until my next turn. So their turn now. Let me draw another card. Very good, very good. Okay. Let's see. Make you mana and we'll summon. I'll summon this one, Amber Grass. So my block has now been tapped, which means I can't block the coming attacks. What they'll first do then is use their 3,000 power creature to attack my blocker, destroying my blocker and sending him to the graveyard. Oh, I need to... There we go, I have my deck there. That's the graveyard's on the other side. Right. The 1001 won't attack Purple Piercer because it can't, due to his special abilities, but it can attack one of my shields. Oh, look at that. I get a shield trigger too. Ghost Touch. Your opponent discards a card at random from his hand. Nice. So, which card shall I pick? I'll go middle, shall I? Okay. And this one goes into the graveyard. Then it is my turn. Purple Piercer untaps. You're no longer summoning sickness. And I've just realised a mistake I've just made, which is good to show. He wouldn't have destroyed my Wandering Brain Tree because he currently sits at 4,000 power, thanks to Shadow Moon. So instead, he would have attacked another shield. This was my own mistake, trying to play 2 people at once. I would have lost 2 shields. This one has a shield trigger as well. Destroy one of your opponent creatures that has power 4,000 or less. So with that, I will destroy their 3,000 power creature. So my go continues. I draw a card. Oh, it's a good spell. But I also want to generate mana. But I have enough mana to cast the spell, which allows me to destroy an opponent's untapped creature, which means they're summoning sickness one. Which is quite a good thing to do. So rather than make mana, I will use my spell, which gets put into my discard pile. I destroy the other 3,000 creature. And with that, I will use Purple Piercer to attack the 1,000 creature. Purple Piercer has 2,000 power, so he can destroy it. And then Shadow Moon can attack a shield. And no shield trigger for that one. The opponent's turn. Okay. Now, seeing as I have 2 of these ones in my hand, I'll turn that into mana. Means I could summon the 5, but this one for 2 is a blocker, which would leave 3 mana left, but there's no card here that costs 3 mana, so I couldn't do that. Whenever another creature is put into the battle zone, you may draw a card. Oh, that's quite cool. It might only have 2,000 power, but whenever I summon, or even they summon another creature, they get to draw a card. That could be beneficial, but right now I'm thinking he wants to protect his shields. He'll summon his blocker. His blocker also can't attack players, though some can attack both players and monsters. Some can't attack players, but can attack monsters. So this one can attack monsters, but not players. I'm wondering, Brain Eater, though, can't attack at all, if you can make it out on the card. So that's all Like can do. I draw a card. I untap Purple Piercer. Oh, Shadowman would have been tapped as well at that point, but they're both untapped now. Alright, that's a pretty good card I've just drawn there. Cost 3 to summon. Is a 2,000 plus creature, and the plus means while you have a darkness creature in the battle zone, this creature gets plus 2,000 power. And so he gains power from my darkness creatures. So I will summon him. Again, I'm foregoing mana. I'm never going to get to summon my Gatling Sky Terror, but that's okay. Now, blockers, even with summoning sickness, they can still block. So I will use well, Purple Piercer can attack and not be blocked by light creatures. So I will use Purple Piercer to attack, tapping him, take one of their shields. This one is a shield trigger. Search your deck. You may take a spell from your deck, show that spell to your opponent, and put it into your hands or your deck. Very well. Let's have a look. So, just looking through for spells. Let's have a look. Choose up to 2 of your opponent's creatures and tap them. That's quite a good spell. Could go for that one. Choose one of your opponent's creatures and tap it. Okay, so it's got quite a few of those tap creature spells. Tap all creatures in the battle zone except light creatures. Yep, he will take that spell. Shuffle his deck. Now, the light deck and the other decks that I have that are pre-made, I didn't make. I only made my Darkness and Fire deck. The other decks were actually made by my roleplay group. So I don't actually know what cards are in these. As I have fought them, but not played as them myself. Deck shuffled. Now it is still my go, but I don't want to risk attacking because Shadow Moon himself does not get that 2000 plus power. So he is only 3000 if I attack and get blocked. Both have 3000, so they'll be destroyed. So that is my turn. So Light's turn. I draw a card. Another blocker, only costs 3. Now that spell is good. And he does have enough mana to use both these cards, because one costs 1, one costs 3. So, summoning another blocker that can't attack players but can attack creatures, using that spell card from earlier. All my creatures are tapped. And I have one that's summoning sickness anyway. So, he can't really do much, as he can't attack my shields. He can attack my creatures that are tapped. But at the moment, Purple Piercer can't be attacked by light anyway, and he's now at 4000 power. And Wandering Brain Eater is also at 4000 power. The only one he can attack is Shadow Moon, which would destroy both creatures as they're at 3000 power. But then it will drop the power of my others. That could be a tactical move that could benefit him. So he shall attack Shadow Moon, destroy Shadow Moon, destroying himself. And that is his turn. So it moves on to my turn. Oh, I've drawn another spell. Your opponent chooses and discards a card from his hand for each light creature he has in the battle zone. Okay, that'll only be one card, because he's only got the one creature in the battle zone at the moment. So, playing Marley. All creatures untapped. I will cast that spell. Still not generating any more mana at the minute. But that's okay. Because now, with that spell cast, he has to discard another card from his hand. So, let's see if I get his more powerful card. Oh, which one? That one. And I did. Nice. There we go. Oh, his graveyard over. Then I will use Purple Piercer to attack a shield. He cannot be blocked by the blocker. Then I shall use Blasto to attack another shield. Now, Blasto can be blocked, which he is going to do to save his shield. They both have 2000 power, but Blasto gains an extra 2000 for me having darkness creatures on the battlefield. So he is now a 4000. So the blocking creature gets destroyed. Then that is my turn. Alright then. Alright, let's start generating more mana. Because now he has 6 mana, which is 2 more than what I have. Which means he can summon both of these cards. And this one, he can draw a card whenever a creature is summoned. So summoning this first, then summoning this one, he gets to draw a card. Nice. Okay. Both have summoning sickness, so there was nothing more he can do at the moment. So it goes to my turn. My cards untap. Ooh. Now that is a good spell card. Means I will have to lose my Gatling Sky Terror if I use it. But discard any number of cards from your hand. Then choose the same number of your creatures in the battle zone. Each of those creatures gets a double breaker until the end of your turn, which is quite cool. I only have the one card to discard. So bye-bye Gatling Sky Terror. by spell card. You both go in the graveyard. And I shall make Purple Piercer a double breaker because he cannot be blocked by light cards. And with that, Purple Piercer attacks the last remaining shield. But being a double breaker means it attacks the opponent at the same time. So he loses, but he did just draw a shield trigger. So let's see if this can save him. When you put this creature into the battle zone, you may choose one of your opponent's creatures in the battle zone and tap it. Not really going to help because Double Piercer is a double breaker. So it's a bit too late. And the light deck loses. And the Darkness and Fire deck wins with 3 shields remaining. Well, it wasn't too bad with the deck I rebuilt. I swapped out a few cards earlier today while watching the anime. So that's pretty good to use that and win. And that's Duel Masters for you. I hope I explained the rules well enough, and what you saw from me playing explained it well. It's a really good system, I believe. Having to generate mana to summon things, and then using that mana to summon your creatures and spells. Having some creatures that can block, creatures that can attack, creatures that can break 2 shields. And you can win even with lower mana than the opponent. It just all depends on the card you pick. And the nice thing is, these are 2 of the new cards. Well, new, the cards I've owned for a while, but haven't actually used. But these are 2 of the cards I've now added newly into my deck. So that's Duel Masters. So I hope you enjoyed a little bit of learning about what Duel Masters is, and then seeing the game being played. And with that, hope you enjoy the rest of however long your day is left, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye for now. Hello gamers, it's Aaron from Aztecs Gaming and Tech. I'm just interrupting myself in the Duel Master video as past me had forgotten some of the rules, which I've now refreshed myself on, having started teaching my eldest son how to play the game. So one, I used the spell to give my Purple Piercer double breaker and broke the opponent's shield and then attacked the opponent. That shouldn't have happened. Double breaker is just to break 2 shields, and that's all it does. It doesn't then go on to attack an opponent. If there's only 1 shield left, it'll only break the 1 shield. Just like if you attacked a creature with a double breaker and only attack 1 creature, you can only attack the player once as well. So I shouldn't have won it that way, but I may have still gone on to win anyway, because I did have the other creatures that could have still attacked afterwards. Although it could have been blocked by one of the opponent's blockers. So who knows, it could have swung any way. So I was winning anyway because I had more shields left when they only had the 1. But then it depends on what card was drawn next. The opponent may have actually won that in the end. But I also didn't talk about evolution cards in the video either, as I never drew one for it to come up. You can get evolution cards that evolve on top of other creatures. I have a Chaos Worm in my deck, which can be used to evolve onto a Parasite Worm. So any Parasite Worm creature, I can use this to evolve on top of it. And evolved creatures don't suffer from summoning sickness. I also have this bad boy here. And he's a double breaker. And each fire creature on the battle zone gets plus 2,000 power when they're attacking. So he's a pretty good one to get into the game. Now, I did play a game where I was losing. I'd got down to 0 shields. And then it went on to my turn. Sorry, I was just packing a deck away. So it went on to my turn. I'd already summoned my Astro Comet Dragon, but he had summoning sickness. So I had to wait for this turn to come around to use him in. He's a double breaker. The opponent had, I think, 3 shields left at this point when I had none. They also did go to attack one of my creatures that I had used the previous round, so he was tapped. Knowing that I could win the game if it got through, but I had a blocker that I used to block that creature being attacked. Because I knew my plan as well. So my blocker lost. It came to my turn. I drew a card. It was my evolution card for the Astro Dragon. And I evolved him. Didn't really need to. I could have still won without evolving it, but I wanted to because it was just fun. And yeah, I attacked 2 shields with him. I still had 2 creatures left on the field as well. I attacked the other shield with that creature, and then the final creature attacked the player, and I won from going from 0 shields when they still had 3 to winning the game. So anything can happen in this game. And I think that's why I love it, because it's the draw of the hand, the luck of the cards, and your strategies as you're playing. It's a very good thinking game, and I do enjoy the game a lot. With that, that'll be the end of the video for definite now. I just wanted to come back and talk about some mistakes I'd made, because I don't want to show you how to play it wrongly if it's something you ever pick up and want to play yourself. So yes, double breakers, only break 2 shields, and then you attack creatures and players for once. Okay. Goodbye for now.